the sound that expels negative energy from our body and space. When the archaeologist Dr. Bob Rowland took the tormented papyrus in his hand and unwrapped it to read it, he was speechless with its contents. His interest had already been piqued by the previous phone call. Mary Watts, an apprentice at the archaeological school, had called to inform him of something that might change the data. As she had told him, he had accidentally located and bought an ancient papyrus in Al-Khalili's market. At first he did not think it contained anything serious. He might almost thought that it was just a modern thematic scam, a tourist attraction created to deceive tourists who were given the impression that they were buying something very important. However, there was enough evidence on the finding to give the opposite impression. That is, it was authentic. But he had to make sure he was not wrong, so he called Doctor's mentor, Bob Rowland. He would give her his lights, both in terms of the authenticity of the papyrus and in terms of its contents. The text was written in an Arabic dialect and unfortunately was one that Dr. Rowland knew quite well. The more he read, the more his interest piqued. The papyrus referred to and connected in a strange way to the Eleusinian mysteries of ancient Greece, the original Greek alphabet of 27 letters with their numerology and the sound of OM, from the so-called sacred phrase Conx pax. We talked about that yesterday, com pax, meaning return with a higher spirit. Not return in reincarnation, but return in every journey you have and every experience you have, come refreshed and renewed with a higher spirit. In other words, ameliorate yourself. Conx pax, which actually had to do with cox obax and was related, most likely, with what sounds like an hourglass when water drops fell from the top container to the bottom. What impressed him most was that the Om was referred to in a way that was identical with the mantra used in Tibetan rituals, but also in relaxation techniques by various groups of people engaged in meditation. Dr. Bob Rowland read that if and when the long-distance Om was pronounced in the right way and for the right duration, then it could be tuned to the frequency of 417 hertz, which, in addition to the relaxation it offers, removes negative energy blockages from both the soul and the body, as well as from the very space of the person who utters it. He did not believe in such things. If that were the case, everyone would sit cross-legged saying Om, and there would be no negative energy to any human being on the planet. No negative tendencies, no wars, etc. Everything would be beautiful and peaceful. The combination of the word Om and the above frequency gave us a very strong result, removing all negative emotions, turning them into positive ones. However, what he was reading was something else. Om's recitation could coordinate atomic energy with the energy of the earth and the sun. So those who pronounced it correctly have the right results. For example, they expressed as in AOM, Alpha Omega M, me. AOM, that is the area of vibration location between the alpha and the omega. AOM, between the whole, between the two philosophical ends of infinity in every direction. That is why its symbolism by ancient mystics was a circle or simply the letters AO. Let's remember what our Lord Jesus Christ said in his own words, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. He used the Greek alphabet to say that. Now, moreover, Om, as an energy of coordination with the universe, showed that there was a harmony with Pythagoras' view on the so-called music of the spheres, that is, the planets of our solar system. Dr. Bob Rowland could not believe everything he read. Although his papyrus had opened up new horizons of thought, All he had to do was initiate all the procedures necessary to examine its authenticity, its dating, and its source. And there are AOM chants of 417 hertz that you can find on YouTube if you want. This I've translated for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.